now in one of probably the smallest bedroom in this place. And given they had pretend children, they've obviously had pretend children. Oh, and a ghost dog and pretend children. Clearly, we are going to look out for any signs of damage. So let's have a little look. This looks okay so far. And then what have we got? So do you want to stay with me and see how I'm going to repair? Pretty much have to remake a headboard for this room. We're going to give it a go. So I'm going to start off by giving you a confession. Putting nails into walls. And this is a chipboard wall. So you can tell there's not much other than a bit of chipboard behind it that I can actually put nails into. So a few of them went quite wobbly. So we are going to start again on this. And I'm going to start off by pulling these out, taking everything down and starting again. Okay. These are the tools I'm going to need. Some of them are sort of backup tools that I may or may not need to do this headboard. We're going to start off with this and this end of the hammer that we're going to use to pull those nails, hopefully gently, out of the clipboard. Or the chipboard, sorry. So I'll start doing it with my fingers first, and if not, I will wrench, and we will see if the wall is still standing when I've finished. I decided to create a frame. I took two of the old canvas pictures that were no longer being used, and first of all I fixed them together. They didn't have to be particularly precise. They were both about the same length, and I fixed it on the other side with a mixture of sellotape, clips, and obviously a splint. So I put this splint across the top and the bottom just so that I could keep them together. And then obviously I've now formed a base, which I am now going to wrap this blanket over neatly in order to, I mean, it's not a headboard as such, it's a fake aesthetic type headboard, but it has a structure, so it has this behind it. So it might look scrappy behind it, but also I used an old cushion cover, the purple thing, just to get the heights the same, because you remember one of them was slightly higher than the other, and tacks to tack the top all the way around to make sure that it's attached to the frame. And now I'm about to try and hang it. Or will I hang myself? Let's see. So I've created a line. Yeah, I know it looks a bit wobbly. It doesn't really matter too much, but look, you see, they're not hammered in. They're there as hooks. Because effectively I've got a canvas, which is very, very lightweight, that I've put a blanket over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this canvas on this line of tacks in the wall. Ye of little faith. I know it's not a masterpiece, but this is when you have guests arriving in a matter of hours. Tomorrow, it's already gone midnight, and I have just discovered this damage. So this is the sort of thing you have to do. It's called bodging. But we have a headboard. Now, I have naturally let it just cascade at either side. And, this is what I call something that is there for the purposes of guests coming tomorrow. I shall make the bed up, show you how wonderful it looks. But the fact that I've, left it hanging here for now, I can tidy that up. I can put it all the way around. But because this is actually a Scottish wool blanket, and because it's got these dramatic lines on it as well, it has that sort of character about it. That being draped is actually okay. So what I did is I hung it onto that line of nails. Don't forget, it's two canvas pictures that are fixed together. Yes, I have given it a tug. It's pretty steady. So for now, and the fact that it's not touching the bed, I'm going to move the bed closer to the wall, obviously, so we won't have this gap down the middle. But the fact it's not touching the bed, it's less likely by people sitting up in bed, or they've obviously got this as well, to be moved. It's less likely, I say. Not 100%. Let's see what it looks like. Well, the good news is I didn't break my other leg. There were a couple of moments that were a bit close. Anyway, do you want to see it? Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. We've got the nice blue and gold effect. We've used an old blanket with the same blue and some stripes on it, just to give it a bit of height. It's quite a high room, you see. I also, another one of my sort of upcycles you might like. I took an old chandelier with the old gold leaf bits and some of the artificial flowers, and I just wrapped them around the chandelier. I think it gives it a nice touch. So yeah, we have an old leather chair there. I've actually used the stripy gold is a table runner that I had to cut down because it had a stain on it. So that's an old table runner, that gold. Just a blue velvet cushion cover on an older cushion. So see, there's a dressing room behind there. And we now have a much more impressive bed fit for a king or queen. And all my tools. But that took me 35, 40 minutes. I don't think it's bad at all. What do you think?